And I guess this is a little bit better because it's episodes, so you're not downloading 20 gigs, but I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of the physical.
I am caught in something of a middle road. Like, I truly appreciate Steam and, like, having an awesome library that's always there, every computer I ever log on to. But I can't quite get there with PlayStation. I still like physical games. I like to have them. And I don't know why that is.
I don't really care either way. I often will get physical when I know the game's big and I haven't pre-ordered it, and I buy physical because I can go price match and I can get like
some trade in.
Yeah. So
I think for the PlayStation 5, I'm going to go all digital, like just straight in.
What about the 4.5?
Well, it should read my discs.
Well,
so we should.
At this point, I'm still kind of our internet is fucked. So
yeah.
I'm probably still not going to go full digital if next generation is...
The problem is you buy a game, you want to play it right now. You don't want to download 40 gig for a current gen game.
Well, see, that's why preloading's dope.
Yeah, that's true.
It still annoys me I can't preload patches. Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But
yeah.
That's why preloading's awesome. It's just I don't want to actually... You go onto the Australian PlayStation Store and a game I can get for $70 at EB price matched is $110.
Which just makes no sense.
And I'm just like...
Because there's no middleman either.
There's no... You don't need to box it. You don't need to manufacture it. You don't need to ship it anywhere.
You don't need to pay the guy to sell it to you and try and
transit fees
fucking
and shit.
upsell you on some shit.
You're not paying fucking taxes when you're importing and exporting. Like, how is it that price?
How is it more expensive?
It's frustrating.
It is annoying.
But they're like, oh, it's $10 off. I'm like, you're having a laugh.
You're having an absolute laugh, mate. Fun though. I can't wait to be Batman.
But Batman's going to be awesome, and I'm so frothing for that. So look, I'll probably just cave if I have the money and just buy the season pass first day.
Yeah, you know what? I can't wait till September. That's when the physical comes out. But yeah, no, I'll just get it. I'll be on.
I'm just gonna download it. They're never that super big each episode.
I haven't played a Telltale series that I didn't like. In fact, they only get better in my eyes.
I thought you didn't like Wolf Among Us.
I did not like it. It
didn't pull you through.
It was the less of a great bunch. I think I did play them all in the end.
If you did, you would have a platinum for it. So you didn't.
I don't think that's right. I think this one actually you had to do some extra things.
Well, if you do have to do extra things, but they're very, very, very easy. And all you have to do is go back. It's the same as I keep forgetting all the games you're playing.
It's funny though.
All you have to do is go back to certain chapters and just do one thing differently.
Maybe I should look into that, because I do remember, like, without spoiling that game, I got to the point where, like, the villain was revealed, and I feel like that had to be late, at least episode 4.
Yeah, it feels like an episode 4 moment.
But it did, it was the lesser of those series. Like, Game of Thrones I was right into.
I kind of liked it. I didn't even finish it all, but I just liked the premise of it.
It's a cool world.
Yeah.
It is a cool world.
So anyway, no, I know what you mean, though. Telltale's pretty on point. I still wish their engine was better.
Yeah.
Like, I can't...
we all want things.
I know. It's just, you look at the games and you're like, alright, our style's chill, I guess. Like, it suited Borderlands well, but just come on.
Game of Thrones was a bit hard to look at.
Why am I chugging on a PS4?
I love as well, like, Game of Thrones, you're looking at what is meant to be real people. Like, you've seen them in the show, like, Daenerys just looks like a monster kind of thing.
Well, it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty simple shit, and it's not like... There's 50,000 enemies on screen you're fighting with direct control. It's just like,
there's definitely
a quick time event.
And it's so incredibly scripted too, like nothing happens.
Yeah, hopefully they'll sort it out. I'm still frothing for Batman.
I'm going to froth all over that thing. Froth right up.
Like a little grommet in a barrel?
Yeah, and a little grom barrel.
Yeah, dog.
This one's interesting. I didn't really put in a lot of the backstory.
That's so shoddy reporting there, Kale.
It was somewhat. I think you might have heard about it, though. So it was recently reported that Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment had settled its case with the FTC, in which the publisher was charged with failing to ensure proper disclosure in Middle-earth's Shadow of Mordor promotional videos. One of the names that's kept coming up in this headline was PewDiePie's, who has now responded to the allegations made against him in a new video, criticizing the media for using his name when in fact he had disclosed Warner Brothers sponsorship in his videos back before FTC's new guidelines for such campaigns were even implemented. PewDiePie, whose real name is Felix Gelberg, explains.
Yelberg.
Just to catch up on that. So what this is about is back when Shadow of Mordor came out, supposedly Warner Brothers gave a lot of YouTubers money to promote it, or at least sell it in a possible positive light.
Yeah.
And a lot of them failed to disclose that properly. Like, they were meant to be writing that up front.
Yeah, like, this is sponsored by Warner Brothers.
Yeah. And apparently, like, this is a big scandal at the moment. Like, a lot of people have been implicated in it. And, like, some of them got thousands of dollars to do this. Like,
yeah.
Just, like, and, and they would do reviews, too, and, like, sort of skew positive. All their videos that they were doing on this upcoming content. Yeah. So this is what PewDiePie had to say. This was 2 years ago. A lot of YouTubers are involved in this sponsorship, but since I'm the biggest YouTuber, my name is the only one that pops up. We weren't required to disclose. I still did it. Some other YouTubers actually didn't disclose it, but I'm getting all the shit for it. The FTC didn't release guidelines to YouTube until 2015, and this video was in 2014. Because of this, back then, YouTube paid promotion was a bit of a grey area. Nevertheless, I still disclaimed it. End quote. So it's kind of interesting. It was before YouTubers were kind of required to do these things. They were still making money.
Yeah.
And, like, outside of YouTube, too. Like, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting that he is copying it all. Like, all the Kotaku articles.
He's the one who's actually... He's the only one who
he did it. Like, he was kind of, like, a good dude about it. Interesting guy, PewDiePie. Like, I can't stand him.
I can't do it, but, like, kudos for...
Yeah, you fucking
succeeding.
nailed it, dude. He does so well out of that. I like the idea of him, but it's the screaming. PewDiePie! Yeah. My old roommate used to just love it, and I just hear his voice coming from downstairs. I was just like, how can you listen to that? But he's a pretty cool guy, and he does, like... I like that he sort of elevates these littler games. And sure, it's, like, for his own benefit, too, but, like... like, he raises sales on games just by playing it. Like, if he features something, it's like...
Alright, but enough about PewDiePie and more about the topic at hand.
Yeah.
It's... Like, I understand the morally grey area of this all.
Yep.
But also, like, Shadow of Mordor was just a good game.
It was a good game.
So if people are like, I understand they got money, but their positive skew on it might have also been just because they enjoyed it.
It was a good game
because it was solid. Like, I had a lot of fun. My only complaint was it was almost too big.
Yeah.
Because I got to that second area and I was like, "Whew, don't know if I got that in me."
you should disclose that kind of thing.
Yeah,
though.
but it wasn't like, I don't know why it's getting brought up now, especially when it wasn't something that had to be done at the time.
Fuck, I didn't include it either. But there was that whole Counter-Strike scandal that's been popping up as well.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, okay. I think it's just these things are starting to come to light, like shady media stuff.
Yeah, again, I haven't played Counter-Strike, but from what I can tell, everyone loved it. So
it's funny though,
if people are getting paid to do a review on it and it comes out positive, like, I understand that it's kind of hard to take the review seriously, but it also, like,
you don't have to watch it.
The proof is in the pudding.
Well, it's funny because, like, you and I listen to a lot of, like, IGN podcasts, and they always say, like, we obviously don't ever take money for this. But YouTubers don't work for a major company. They work for themselves. Yeah. So it's, like, kind of a different thing. Like, you could absolutely be taking a cut from a company and just skew. And like, yeah, even if you did say, like, yeah, I am sponsored by this, but, like... it's actually a really good game. You still, like, sway people a little bit. If you're a big name, like, if you're a...
Yeah.
I don't believe Jim Sterling or anyone like that would do it, but, like, other people with massive audiences, it's...
Yeah, but it's also, like, it's detrimental to the YouTuber if they lie about stuff, or they, like... If a YouTuber gets paid for something and doesn't disclose it, and then it comes out, like, it's not good for them, and then they're kind of dragging their name through the dirt themselves.
I'd just like to say that if anyone wants to give Adam and Hurst some money...
They won't do it.
We'll promote your game, actually.
No.
I'll actually fucking go on record as saying that I will absolutely take a cut. I want some of that WB money, you know what I'm saying?
Shut up. Fuck it.
Yeah, WB.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. It'd be... Because if you... You're a YouTuber and someone's like, okay, here's fucking... I can't even think of a really shit game I played. but they pay you to review a game well, even though it's bad. I feel like most people would play it and be like, I can't do that. Like,
yeah,
I can't tell people this is good when it's not good, even if you pay me.
it's because you just look like an idiot.
Well, because then
like,
people stop trusting you. And
Yep.
that's why people will go to your page, because they're like, oh, I like the same games, I trust your opinion.
Yep.
But when you start being like, this game is so good, and then your fans play it and go, what the fuck? It's gonna not be good for them. So
It's really interesting. Like, I don't have a lot of YouTubers that I've followed for years, but one of my favorite is shout out to Heir of Carthage. He's like an old school Total War, like Let's Player. He would do like online battles and stuff, and I've been following him for like years and years and years. And sometimes I'll just like pop in, see how he's doing. Like, he obviously makes some money, but then there was like this whole thing where Creative Assembly, the studio behind those games, started flying out the big personalities to come and play the game first, like, and really like were pretty smart about it, like got all the people in the community.
The new trend.
But it does kind of change things a little bit, because before that, and he still does, to be fair to Air, openly criticize them. But like, he's getting things first before everyone else, like, which gives him such a step up, like, in content, like, that people can't even possibly have.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting to a point now where if you haven't been doing it long enough to already have a fan base, that you're going to get kind of pushed out of the running, because people big enough are getting exclusive deals and getting exclusive like access to games that new YouTubers will never get a chance to do.
You can't really like hope to compete with that. Like, it's, and then the other thing, I guess, with my point there is that Air is making his living through this, or I mean, at least part of it. And surely that has to skew you a little bit. After years and years and years, suddenly this company is helping you to make more money. Aren't you going to be, in a little way, more positive on them? Like, continue your relationship with them? Like, it's interesting.
No, because I think, like, possibly, but if also, again, it goes back to, like, them trusting you. Like, if Creative Assembly come out with a new Total War game or expansion and it's garbage and it's just doesn't work or it's broken, like, if Heir of Carthage comes up and is like, that was amazing, this is the best thing I've ever played, people stop trusting him, and then they stop going to his thing, and then he starts losing money. So I feel like in that regard, you've got, as a YouTuber, you've got to kind of just be honest.
Yep.
Like, even, like, that's why people come to you.
I think Air is generally a little more positive. My favorite review of all time is Angry Joe's review of Rome 2 when it came out. We're just going to talk about Total War now. Oh, we'll move on. But holy shit, because it's his favorite game series, and that game was fucked at launch. He just lays into it for about 30 minutes straight, and I highly encourage anyone to go see that. Like, he's just got a compilation of, like, glitches and things fucking up, and he's just laughing at them. It's actually incredible. I'm going to move right along.
That's fine.
After the PlayStation Store leaked it yesterday, developer Heart Machine has confirmed to Gematsu that Hyperlight Drifter will be available on July 26 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Hyperlight Drifter launched back in March 2016 for PC at $19.99 USD, and in the most recent Kickstarter update on June 23rd, Heart Machine explained that the age ratings in Europe for the PS4 and Xbox One versions took, quote, plenty of time and money and hoops to jump through depending on the ratings body, end quote. Thanking Yo-Yo Games for their patience, they added, it took several weeks longer to get things running smooth on these systems since Game Maker can be a bit funky and we are pushing this engine beyond its limitations in many ways. Although we know when the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Hyperlight Drifter are coming, the PlayStation Vita version is a bit trickier. As Heart Machine reveals, there's a lot of optimization work still to be done, meaning it won't arrive on Vita until this fall at the earliest. Quote, a more difficult platform due to its limited processing power and memory. Much optimization must be done in order for our game to run smoothly for the entirety of the experience. Luckily, we have external support taking charge on this port, so we aren't ripping our own hair out. We're getting closer, but again, this is a fall release at the earliest, considering the amount of effort being poured in on this port. End quote. Govinda has pulled up some images of Hyperlight Drifter, and holy shit, I want this game in my body.
What an art style.
It's cool,
it's
right?
It's like Severed meets Transistor meets
Legend
Chrono
of Zelda,
Trigger,
little Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. It is. It looks rad.
Have you ever seen any of the trailers?
Yeah. No,
really-
I'm pumped for this.
It's got like really cool like techno music.
Did you say you played it already on PC?
I nearly did. I was going to do it, and then I was like, no, I want trophies.
And how bad's like having to play the beginning again?
Yeah. No, it's really cool, and like even down to like the drift